you have a good day? Me too. I am ready for bed, though. I don't know about you, but I'm getting sleepy. So, I figured it's time for Pajama Storytime. Does that sound good? Cool. But first, we got to get ready. So, I have my tea with me. It's nice and warm. It smells really good. And I also have a couple books to read. So, let's sing a little song. Welcome, welcome, come gather around. It's time to hush and settle down. Get cozy, grab your tea, and listen to our pajama story. All right, sound good? I'm just going to take a sip. So good. All right. Tonight's stories are about the nighttime and sleeping. Our first tale is Hyllidid's Night. Hyllidid is an old lady who doesn't like the nighttime. So let's see what she has to tell us in her story. High in the hills near Hexham lived an old woman named Hyllidid. There's her home. And she's right there. She hated bats and owls and moles and voles and moths and stars and shadows and sleep. And even the moonlight, all because she hated the night. Did you hear any rhyming words in there? I did too. Mm-hmm. Owls and moles and voles. Very good. If only, said Hyllidid to her old wolfhound, I could chase the night from Hexham, the sun would always shine on my hut. I do not know why no one has thought of chasing away the night before. Hyllidid cut a broom from twigs to sweep the night out of her hut and over the hills of Hexham. Can you pretend you're sweeping? Put your two hands on a fake broom, on an imaginary broom, and sweep, sweep, sweep. She swept and scrubbed and scoured and whisked. But whenever she looked out of her window, the night was still there, like dust behind rafters. Hyllidid pulled out her needle and sewed sackcloth into a strong sack to see if she could fill it with the night and empty it beyond the hills of Hexham. See, she's sewing there. She wadded and patted and pushed and stuffed, and she even sneaked up on the shadows, but she could not cram all the night into a sack. Hyllidid dragged her heaviest cauldron to the fire so she could boil away the night. She ladled it, stirred it, simmered it. Can you pretend you're stirring a pot? Yeah. Bubbled it, tasted it, burned it. Can you pretend to taste the soup? Very good. But she could not boil away the night. Hyllidid gathered vines to tie the night up into a neat bundle. Perhaps someone will buy it in the market, she thought. But she could not tie up the knight. Hilladid sheared the knight like a sheep. What noise does a sheep make? That's right, ba. But all that dropped from the sky was a little cloud. She tossed the knight to her old wolfhound, stretched on the rushes, but he could not wolf down the knight. She tucked the knight into her straw bed, but it jumped out. She ducked the knight in the well behind her hovel, but it bobbed up. So that right there, that's like a well. She singed the knight with a candle, la 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 la, but it skipped outside. Hilladid sang its lullabies, poured it a saucer of milk. Shook her fist at it, smoked it in the chimney, stamped on it, spanked it, dug a grave for it. Can you imagine seeing somebody shake a fist at the knight? It'd be interesting, huh? And she even, I'm sorry to say, spat at the knight. There it is. It's a lot of spit. She does not like the knight, huh? But the knight took no notice. Then I shan't notice the knight, sniffed old Hilladid. And she returned her back on it. At that moment, the sun climbed over the hills of Hexham, but Hilladid was too tired from fighting the knight to enjoy the day. What is she doing there? She's yawning. Can you pretend to yawn? She's really tired. She settled down to sleep, but in her straw bed, so she will be all fresh and ready to turn her back on the night when it returned to Hexham. What is Hilladid doing here? She's in bed, huh? Good night. Is it nighttime in this picture? No, that's the sun. So Hilladid stayed up all night. She must be very tired. Yeah. So what did we learn about Hilladid in the story? She doesn't like the night. She stayed up all night trying to fight the night. But can we fight the night? No. When the nighttime comes, that's when it's time to go to sleep and time to rest. And our bodies need rest. Isn't that right? Yeah, very good. I know of a bear who really likes to sleep. So the next story we're going to read is Bear Snores On. Now, do you see something different outside in this picture? There's snow, isn't there? We don't have any snow yet, but we're going to have snow soon, I'm sure. Because we're starting fall, and then what comes after fall? Winter, right. So this book is set in winter with a lot of snow. All right, here we go. In a cave in the woods, in his deep, dark lair, through the long, cold winter, sleeps a great brown bear. Cuddled in a heap, with his eyes shut tight. He sleeps through the day, he sleeps through the night. Can you pretend to shut your eyes tight and cuddle up and sleep? Oh, yep. The cold winds howl and the night sounds growl. But the bear snores on. Can you make a growl sound like a bear? Growl. Very good. An itty-bitty mouse, pitter-pat tiptoe, creep-crawls in the cave from the fluff cold snow. Mouse squeaks, too damp, too dink, too dark. So he lights wee twigs with a small hot spark. The coals pip-pop, and the wind doesn't stop, but the bear snores on. What words here do you see that rhyme? We got pop and stop. Do those words rhyme? They do. Pop and stop. Two glowing eyes sneak peek in the den. Mouse cries, "Who's there?" And a hare hops in. Can you do a quick hop? Hop, 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 hop. "Ho, mouse," says hare. "Long time no see." So they pop white corn and they brew black tea. Hey, I remember. Oh, that's right. I have tea too. That's pretty cool. Do you have your tea? That sounds delicious. Mouse sips, wee slurps. Can you pretend to make little slurps? Hare burps big burps. But the bear snores on. What words here rhyme? Yeah, slurps and burps. Slurps, burps. A badger scuttles by, sniffs at the air. "I smell yum-yums, perhaps we can share?" "I've brought honey nuts," Badger says with a grin. "Let's divvy them up, cozy down and dig in." And they nibble and they munch with a chew, chomp, crunch. But the bear snores on. A gopher and a mole tunnel up through the floor. Then a wren and a raven flutter through the door. What kind of animal is a wren and a raven? Birds. Yes. Can you pretend to flap your wings like a bird? Flap, flap, flap. Very good. Mole mutters, What a night. What a storm, twitters Wren, and everybody clutters in the great bear's den. They tweet and they titter, they chat and they chitter, but the bear snores on. Do you think the bear's gonna wake up soon? I don't know, he's pretty sleepy. In a cave in the woods, a slumbering bear sleeps through the party in his very own lair. Hare stokes the fire. Mouse seasons the stew. Then a small pepper flick makes the bear achoo! He blows and he sneezes and the whole crowd freezes. Can you freeze? Good job. Hard to stay still, huh? And the bear wakes up. Bear gnarls and he snarls and he rumbles. Bear jumps and he stomps. Bear growls and he grumbles. What is he feeling right now? Can you tell? He looks a little angry, doesn't he? Yeah, I thought so too. You've snuck in my lair and you've all had fun, but me? I was sleeping and I have had none. And he whimpers and he moans, he wails and he groans. Mouse squeaks, don't fret, don't fuss, look, see, we can pop more corn, we can brew more tea. Oh, he's got a little tear. He felt bad, huh? Yeah. Bear gulps. Gulp. Bear gobbles. Rum, rum. He sighs with delight. Then he spins tall tales through the blustery night. When the sun peeks up on a crisp, clear dawn, Bear can't sleep, but his friends snore on. Oh, it's like Hilla did, isn't it? Did his friends stay up all night long? They did. But now, is Bear sleeping? No. Bear is wide awake. And his friends are all tired. I'd be tired too if I stayed up all night. Oh. Well, speaking of tired, me and Gus here are getting sleepy. Are you feeling sleepy? Yeah. I had a wonderful time reading to you, and I hope you have a wonderful night. I hope you feel cozy. I hope you enjoy your tea, and I hope you enjoyed our pajama story. Good night.